All right, Anthony on Air podcast. Welcome in for another episode. Jay Sabs is here with us, and this time around, we're talking about Jeffrey Epstein's former private chef is ready to talk. So we'll get into that. Denise George, who is in the U.S. Virgin Islands, the district attorney over there, she is the attorney general, I should say. She's grabbing some more subpoenas for flight logs, apparently causing panic amongst rich and famous people. So we'll talk about that. And TikTok has been saved. If you've noticed that you can still download TikTok, that's because it's been saved. Oracle and Walmart stepping in at the last moment to make that deal happen. So we'll do 2 minutes on that towards the end of the show. Let's talk about the chef here, Jay Sab. So we've been kind of going down this rabbit hole of where are the employees, where's the gardener, where's the chef, where's the this, where's that, all these people that have seen these things. And now we know who one of the chefs is the gentleman by the name of Adam Perry Lang, who has teamed up with Jamie Oliver on restaurants. I'm showing a shot of Adam right there. There you go. He's also apparently really good friends with Jimmy Kimmel. And there was a bit of an incident with Jimmy Kimmel at Jimmy Kimmel's home. So we'll talk about that. But the reason why this is all coming up now is because Virginia Giuffre, who is, I think, one of the more vocal accusers. She's just done a podcast called Broken, Seeking Justice, where she, I guess the whole crux of the episode was to just reach out to Adam Perry Lang and see if he will be a part of the process as she continues her fight in this whole thing and her case against Alan Dershowitz specifically. So that's sort of where this is all coming from. We learn a lot of interesting things about Adam Perry Lang. Again, sort of answering all these questions of like, did these people see these things and what do they know and will it help and all that? And Giuffre seems to really think that it will. So the podcast is a little crazy and ridiculous where they like go to like places where he lived and they go to his restaurant to try and get him to talk. That's weird to me, but fine. I mean, I think from a salacious standpoint, it's obviously entertaining, but I think if you really want results, you got to go through lawyers and all that typical jargon.
So we can't go there next week.
We cannot go. No, I mean, we can. I hear the crab cakes are good, but other than that, I don't know if we're going to get many answers there. But anyway, so we learned a bunch of things here. Adam Perry Lang worked as Epstein's private chef until the early 2000s. Last year, unsealed court documents showed that Lang flew with Epstein in private jets and traveled with the billionaire to various properties in Florida, New Mexico, and the Virgin Islands. At the time, Lang responded to claims that he was the private chef for Epstein by saying that he did some limited meal preparation and was unaware of depraved behavior, extending, quote, sympathy and admiration for the women who have come forward. So he says he just did a couple of meal preps and that's it.
Okay.
Now, Giuffre is saying that he knows a lot more than that. And she's saying some pretty interesting things in this particular case, that he was the private chef and that he had to know things were going on because girls would often walk around the house naked because Epstein did not like tan lines. Right? I mean, I had the same reaction. Like we would know all the horrible stuff, and then you go, and then he made these poor girls walk around nude because he didn't like
in front of other people too.
Yeah.
Real nice.
Like, I mean, horrific. I don't even like walking around naked in front of my wife. I don't think she deserves that sort of.
Yeah, I don't think she likes it either. So.
So that's just horrible. So, but here's the interesting part about this. Giuffre says that Lang was very polite and that in this instance in particular, and I'll read a note that she wrote here, she's calling on him to be a hero, which I think her take on this is really the right one to do because it's like, it's been done. It's all over. He's gone. He's done all these things already, I think even my wife said in the last episode, like, now's the time now you can actually do some good, even though you may not have done such a great job
right
the first time around. You have an opportunity here. So Giuffre says that they had extended interactions together because she was put on a strict diet. It entailed organic, low-carb meals. And the reason why was because he wanted all the girls to be
Fit.
right. But not even that, anybody who, who is in tip-top shape is going to look younger, fitter. He wanted them to look like little girls.
Ew.
So I guess as the older they got, like he would like be more restrictive on their diet so that they wouldn't, look like a woman, instead they would just look like a girl. So anyway, so Jeffrey says that she would go into the kitchen and she would tell Lang that she was starving and ask for a pizza, and he would make her pizza. And they would have pizza together in the kitchen. And he says they would have a beer together sometimes and they would eat and talk. She says, and I quote, "Sometimes I'd help him wash the dishes. He would just have a beer. We would just have a beer together and eat pizza and just talk." Jeffrey said that Maxwell eventually caught wind of the nighttime pizza and beer routine, reprimanded both of them, and made sure that they no longer had any interactions.
For eating pizza.
For eating pizza.
I'd be in a lot of trouble then.
We'd be in a ton of trouble. She wrote a pretty poignant letter explaining her position with Lang and everything else that I want to share with you. But first, I have to mention that the podcast store is now up and running in full effect. And we got a lot of really cool items, sponsors this episode. So go to anthonyonair.com or click on the links in the description. There's the Anthony On Air mug right there. Look at that.
I don't have one yet.
Yeah. Here's what I like about this mug. Though everybody's working virtually now and there's a lot of Zoom calls, this mug hides your mid-afternoon vodka and makes it look like coffee better than any other mug.
Especially
on the
mine,
market.
right?
Yeah. Yeah. So that's a nice thing. And we got lots of other cool stuff up there, including bags, even masks that Janine wouldn't wear properly. And we got some cool shirts as well. You could see.
Why don't we take a picture of me wearing the mask, how I would wear it, on the website?
We'll do that. You'll be the model for the mask. We got our microphone design. We got our show me potato salad design. And we've got our I award you no points and may God have mercy on your soul design. You see right there. Nice and wrinkled the way your old pal Aunt likes it. And then we got this. I like this little, this is the Spectrum design on our mic logo. So you can see it's a little
fancy.
A little TikTokish looking right there. So there you go. All that stuff is up on the merch store at anthonyonair.com. Just buy a little something. You have a cool little swag for yourself, represent the podcast, and also help us out for future episodes. Right?
And maybe we can make some money so I could buy myself a mug.
There you go.
Or a mask that I won't wear properly.
I feel horrible for not getting you a mug, but wait until you hear about our all organic, no pizza thing I'm going to put into effect next week. It's going to be...
I like it.
It's going to be shocking. All right. She writes, and I quote, "I'm sure you've heard Epstein's short incarceration and subsequent death. He's gone now. He can't hurt us anymore. But as you know, it wasn't just Epstein running the most prolific sex trafficking ring of modern times. He had lots of help. That alone leaves me and his uncountable victims searching for justice. Justice comes in many forms. In my case, justice is holding the various perpetrators that participated, enabled, or looked the other way accountable. I'm not here to ruin your life," she writes to Lang. You have so much knowledge of the various people on the planes and his homes and anywhere you would have been with him. You truly can't say you didn't know or you can't remember. You didn't help when Brad Edwards and I reached out to you in 2014. Jeffrey was alive then, and I get it. Maybe you were scared of him. We all were. You have the ability and, frankly, the responsibility to help now. By helping us victims and speaking out with us, not only will you redeem yourself, but you will truly elevate yourself to the status of hero, which is exactly what you could do for me, a hero. I have such fond memories of staying up late. We'd talk, we'd laugh. I consider you my friend, and I hope that I still can. So in the course of this podcast, they go searching for Adam Perry Lang, and they go to a couple of places where they think he's staying. And one of the places where they think that he is Jimmy Kimmel's house. I guess Jimmy's got a bunch of houses. Go to find out that a couple of years ago, I think this was last year, TMZ had this story that Lang and Kimmel are apparently friends. Lang was staying at Kimmel's house. Lang gets arrested for making criminal threats from inside this beachside rental home, and he gets busted because of a key ear witness, his estranged wife. So law enforcement tells TMZ, this is 2019, famous chef and best-selling author Adam Perry Lang's arrest was based in large part on a 911 recording in which a man said he was inside Jimmy's Hermosa Beach rental home with explosives and had assaulted his girlfriend with a high-powered rifle. Law enforcement sources say cops went to the home of Lang's estranged wife at around 3 a.m. on Sunday and asked her if she could ID the voice on the call. We're told that she said it could be Adam. It sounded like him. Except for the Canadian phrase the caller used at the end. Cops tell TMZ that there was evidence that led to Lang's arrest, although they would not be specific. Cops on the scene talked to Lang when he came out of the house calm, his calm voice sounded like the 911 caller. So he comes out of the house, they have this phone call, they go, that sounds like you, they arrest him. Lang's lawyer,
for making threats?
Just for making these threats, yeah. Lang's lawyer says his client did not call the cops and insists that the 8-hour standoff occurred because he had his ringer off and he was sound asleep. So I guess the cops got there and they were waiting there for like 8 hours. Which, how does that happen?
Right. Why don't they just go in?
I don't know. But he says he was a victim of swatting. I guess swatting is when I don't know, you make it looks like somebody's making a call from your phone or something. I don't know.
Okay.
So that was it, right? Bizarre though, right? Like a little bizarre.
That's so weird.
So a couple of weird things with this Adam Perry Lang, because at one point he goes, oh, I had limited food preparation. Then you have this Jimmy Kimmel story. Anyway, fast forward to now. Lang's attorney reached out because once this thing hit the podcast, pressure, started to mount. And Lang's attorney says, and I quote here, "We have absolutely always been available to the attorneys for the lawyers representing the victims. Indeed, we reached out and spoke to one of them many months ago, but although we invited a meeting with Adam in no uncertain terms, those attorneys have literally never gotten back to us, although we did hear from other counsel this week. That said, we are in current contact with federal prosecutors in the Southern District of New York and are fully cooperating with the investigation and remain more than happy to, in coordination with the prosecutors, cooperate with the counsel for the victims as well." So this guy is cooperating. He's singing. He's going to tell them what he knows, which I wonder if you hope he's going to say everything,
Right.
And I wonder, you call me sexist here if you want, that's fine. But I feel like it's easy to intimidate a 16-year-old girl. And it's easy to intimidate, I feel, like a 25-year-old woman if you've been intimidating her since she was 16. But to intimidate a grown man, a celebrity chef, if you will, to be quiet with all of this, I wonder what sort of tactics this guy was using that terrified all these people.
Unless he threw them some girls himself.
I mean, everybody's going to say that, right? I mean, everybody's going to say that about a lot of these people that are going to come forward and everything.
Right.
Who knows? I don't know, but I would love to see. I know that in the Netflix documentary, they had bodyguard type people following these girls and sitting outside their homes watching them all night long. That's what one of them said. So that's pretty scary, It
is.
That's a pretty scary thing to have to go through. But for this guy to be a grown man, right? See 2007 happen. See, that's my thing. Prior to 2007, I don't agree with it, but you can claim you don't know. You could just be like, I didn't know. But when he gets convicted of it, now you don't have any there's no,
Can't say anything now.
yeah, you can't say anything there. So, second story here. This attorney general down in the U.S. Virgin Islands, Denise George, she's swinging a big heavy bat right now. She's not. She looks like, yeah,
Or something else.
she's going for it. She is the top prosecutor in the Virgin Islands. She's suing the Epstein estate and subpoenaing more than 20 years of flight logs. A source told the Mirror that there is, quote, panic among the rich and famous because of this. Which I think that Denise is going to be, this one is going to be pretty, she's going to become a big part of this moving forward because she's kind of outside of the U.S. governmental UK, like whatever was going on down there. I don't think the Attorney General of the Virgin Islands gives a flying crap.
No.
You know, it doesn't seem like she really, really does. She's additionally seeking complaints or reports of potential suspicious conduct and any personal notes written by the pilots and the names and contact information for all those who interacted with or observed Epstein or any passengers connected with him, according to the Mirror. She's got a suit alleging 22 counts. And what's key here, and a lot of the hardcore insiders on this case will say that they've been waiting for a long time. They got one pilot's information, which is how we got the Kevin Spacey, Bill Clinton thing. But there's another pilot, Larry Vizosky, who flew for Epstein for over 25 years. And they're going for his logs now. So we're going to find out a lot more stuff from that. Yes. Indeed.
We'll see who's on there.
Indeed, J Sabs. And TikTok has been saved. Are you excited about that?
Thank God. Because I have a WAP drafts saved.
Right.
But it's not good enough.
It's not there yet.
No, not yet.
Also, I'd like to get you one of these shirts so that you could wear it in the WAP video that you're making. I think that'd be great for the podcast.
Okay.
Publicity wise. Be wonderful.
Just as long as I don't have to wear a mask.
So we thought Oracle was going to buy TikTok. As it turns out, Oracle and Walmart have teamed up together to buy
that's
TikTok.
So weird.
Yeah.
Right?
And they're not even buying TikTok now. As we go to find out, they're buying a 20% stake in the company. So they're not going to own it. It's still going to be owned by the Chinese company ByteDance, which the Trump administration had a problem with from the beginning. But supposedly now Oracle is going to, yeah, don't say that too loud. Oracle is going to, this is all fine, by the way, from TikTok people who love TikTok. Like, it's all, whatever. It doesn't matter.
Yeah, I don't care.
Yeah, we don't care. This is all supposed to satisfy us not having our information hacked and shared with the Chinese government. So supposedly Oracle is going to be headquartering all this stuff, and we don't have to worry about these things right now. So I don't know in the long run if this thing gets approved, but they passed that short-term Sunday night deadline where they're pleased. Our government is pleased enough now where they're like, okay, you know, this could go on and this could continue. So we'll see.
Right. We'll see.
100 million users on TikTok now. 100 million. That's a third of this country.
Wow.
Yeah. That's crazy.
Yeah. See,
that's
they can't take it away.
That's in the U.S., by the way. They can't take it away. We should be voting through TikTok. We'd have less people vote for the president of the United States than go on and use TikTok on a daily basis. You know?
I won't vote, but don't you dare take away my TikTok.
Maybe if we incorporated dance challenges into voting, we'd have a better turnout on that end of things. That would be nice.
There you go. See Biden start and then just be like, huh? Where am I?
And Trump could do the excuse me. We could turn this into a dance.
Yeah,
this is already a thing on TikTok, which I don't really get 100%. So what's the difference? It's not that little switch. Little switcheroo.
By the way, yesterday we got caught in a Trump parade.
Did you?
That was very exciting.
Like cars or boats? Were you on the water?
Boats, I wish.
Cars?
Cars, yeah.
Awesome.
I mean,
what happened?
They were going crazy.
Yeah.
It was near you. Well, not really, but
Oh, was it?
I
Was
know
it?
you were. I know you were in the parade, so I didn't bother texting you because I knew you were probably Merca. Yeah.
Look, I am a proud American, very, very enthusiastic about our country, love the country. I don't get hung up on the politicians the way I feel like a lot of other people are doing right now.
They really do.
Like, really, really do.
Like, no joke, this guy had probably 20 flags on his car, and they were huge.
Yeah.
And then there was another car next to us holding like this really sad, like, like not paper, plastic little sign. And I'm like, ah,
Aw. Was it a Kia? It was probably a Kia.
yeah, I think so.
Can we talk about flag abuse for a second? I saw somebody on the highway the other day. I was doing 80, and this guy was kind of like right there with me. And that poor flag, I could see it like just ripping to shreds as he was going. Like,
I would be scared that it would just fly off my car.
yeah. Yeah.
But yeah, no, yeah, that guy yesterday was ridiculous. I took a picture of it.
How many people were in the parade?
I think we caught the end of it,
Yeah.
but there was a lot of cars.
A lot.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
I find
I
all
didn't
this.
go to it though.
I find all this so fascinating because these are the kind of things that in 3 months nobody's gonna care about it.
Right.
It's like the royal wedding. Remember when we all super cared about the royal wedding? We were like, oh, Megan's dad's not coming, and then it's like, no. Now I don't even. I'm happy that I got Megan right. I'm pretty sure that's it. I'm not. I think that's her name. Like it doesn't. It doesn't matter.
No.
People get mad at me when I say that who we elect as president doesn't really matter. But you could ask any political science professor in this country, and they will all back that up.
It's true.
It's very.
It's
minimal.
not for like me and you, like diehard people who care about our country. I don't know.
It's weird though. It's kind of become this weird thing of like I don't know. It's become this weird competitive thing. And like, yes. I was never a bumper sticker guy on the car, and people would do that a lot. And now it's like, now people are like replacing their like Facebook profiles with like Biden Harris or Trump Pence. And I'm just like,
oh yeah,
I don't really.
This one guy, I know he just didn't do it for the parade. He had a huge picture of Trump's face in the back of his car, like the window.
Really?
Oh.
I like the ones where they had Trump like sitting in like the passenger seat. Like, you ever see those?
Yes.
Those were like
looking out.
Yeah, I haven't seen those in a while. Oh, I tell you what, those riding with Biden people will probably love that. They could steal one of those things. That'd work really well for them.
I don't know. I just like, what do? You just drive around and just scream Merca? And beep your horn. Beep, beep, beep. That's it.
I've never sort of felt this pride for like, everybody, this is who I'm voting for. Like, I remember I remember a time when I asked my dad, I was a little kid. I was like 4. And I was like, what are we doing? He's like, oh, we're going to vote. And I was like, oh. I'm like, who are you voting for? And he goes, none of your business. I'm like, I'm your kid. He's like, you don't share that information like that. And that wasn't that.
See, that I don't get.
What?
Like, why do you have to lie or not say who you're going to vote for?
I don't know, but
you've already voted. It's not going to change.
I feel, and maybe this was just because of the house that I was raised in, but I feel like at the time, that's like back in the 80s, you just didn't really share that information. I don't know. Maybe my house was weird. I don't know. I just thought that was hysterical that my father wouldn't even. I came from the bottom of his balls, and he would not share that information with me on who he voted. And I don't even know who the people are. It was the obvious follow-up question, like, who would you vote for? He's like, right. Yeah.
He was like, shut up. You eat your TV dinner and like it.
Yeah. I wish we could go back to that. Because I also like, and by the way, I'm not against it. I'm happy if people want to stick a Biden sticker or a Trump sticker,
right?
Or like, great. I hope you're having an awesome time. I hope the Trump parades are fun. I hope you guys are living it up. Like, I see no difference between the Trump parade and the Star Wars Comic Con fest, and it's all the same stuff. It's all the same to me.
You
Great.
know, if Frank was here, he would go ahead. He would interject right now.
Be like, wait a second, Star Wars, and Anakin, and I'd be like, yeah, yeah, right, Anakin. Now I was forgot where I was going with that. I was really building it up to something big.
Sorry, I really built that up, and then you were saying you respect that, but it's just not you.
Oh,
Maybe
I
that's what you were
respect.
going to say.
Yes, but it's just not me. And also, I want to know, like, why, what people hope to accomplish with that. Because I feel like for a while, everybody thought, well, I have to educate my friends and family on social media as to what's happening. But I think that we're basically in a state right now where it's like nobody's moving an inch, no matter what. And
No way.
you're kind of just wasting your time by putting some stuff out there.
I
But
still can't believe people are trying to make other people vote for their candidate.
right. Like, to me, that's a nightmare. Like,
Change
if
your
I
mind.
convince somebody to change their mind and vote for the person I was going to vote for, I feel like I would just be. And then when that person screws up, which, by the way, I don't know if you know this, but politicians inevitably all screw up.
No.
I would feel terrible. Because then they'd be like, "Hey, you told me to vote for this guy, and now my taxes went through the roof. What the hell?" I would feel personally responsible for that. Now I got to pay people's tax bills. I don't have time for that. Spent all the money on these fancy mugs here, there, Janine.
Oh yeah, look. God.
It's just a weird. It's just. I feel like we've just gotten into this weird, thing.
Like in our group, we joke around about it, but I don't know if anyone would really try to sway somebody else in another direction, right?
I don't think so, but I feel like we have at least two people in our group of friends of what are we, 8, 10, 12, whatever, that are definitely competing. They're definitely, each one of them's got a side, and
Oh yeah.
I think they want their side to win. So I think, like, in that basic process, you're kind of like, then I need to get as many votes as I can. So I'm going to try and convince these people here. But I think most people they're convinced. They know which way the wind is going here.
Yeah, exactly. So,
And also we
and one
haven't
of those people may or may not be on the show. I don't know.
also we haven't
Not
even,
right now.
not right now. We haven't even gotten to the debates yet, which I feel like
Yeah.
save
Yeah.
save that deciding, save that decision for now, for the debates.
Somebody's definitely deleting someone off that group text. Mark my words.
But people like to be out, and I swear, like, I literally, if you go to Comic-Con or you go to a Trump rally, you're the same person to me. You're the same exact person.
That's funny.
You're just like, I'm crazy enough to give you my innermost thoughts, and here I am, and okay, great, good for you, It makes wearing a MAGA hat or a Luke Skywalker shirt, it's all the same to me.
I'll tell you right now, if Frank was on here
He'd be so
about
mad.
the MAGA hat, he'd be like, "What are you talking about?"
I know, because the people who hate Trump hate that sort of thing, and I get it, but I just don't.
Do you think any of the debates are on a Saturday or a Sunday?
I don't know. I had the dates.
I figure maybe you could all watch it as a group.
We really should. Should we watch it as a? Should we watch it? Do a live podcast?
Oh God, yeah.
I don't think they're on Saturdays. I think they're on Tuesdays.
Oh,
Well, the first one's on a Tuesday.
well, we're definitely easily getting 250 texts that night.
Oh yeah,
That's it.
yeah. I mean, you're just all gonna eventually be disappointed. Whichever guy you're voting for,
Either way,
it's gonna be a disappointment at some point. You're gonna be like, oh, this wasn't really what I was hoping for. First one is Tuesday, September 29th, then Thursday, October 15th, and then Thursday, October 22nd.
okay.
Yeah, they do these during the week because you want to know why, and this will fulfill my point. If they did it on a Saturday night, nobody would watch because they'd all be out doing something and living their lives.
I was gonna say, getting together, more killings. Somebody gets mad because someone else.
Yeah. I think people are getting too mad about it. Like it all doesn't matter. It just all doesn't matter. If the MAGA hat upsets you, just picture that it's Yoda ears next time you see one. Just replace all the MAGA hats with Yoda ears.
This definitely isn't specifically to one person. We're
N-
just saying.
no, but it's the same thing for for people who love Biden so much. They're like Biden this and Biden that and Biden's so great. Is he? I mean, he could be great for a
Huh?
politician. That's not great.
Yeah,
He could
no,
be
that's
great.
not our world anyway.
Yeah, like, I know this upsets a lot of people, but it literally is not. The election's going to come and go. Whichever one of the old white guys is going to win, and then it's going to be Wednesday again. And everybody's gonna be like, great, you know.
Oh, okay.
You're after the election, you're literally going to be faced with that eternal decision of should I have a turkey sandwich or a ham sandwich today? I don't know.
That's it.
That's it.
Guess I don't need CNN anymore.
Yeah, cancel CNN. People were chiming in a lot about your cutting the cord issue.
Oh yeah, I did see that.
A lot of people were dropping comments on what you should be doing and everything else. So, has there been any progress in that?
No,
Have you spoken to your husband since the last episode?
not really.
Was he angered by the parade?
No, he laughed at it.
He did.
He was like, "Look at these people."
That's the other thing. Okay, I'm all for
People
again.
watching.
No. I'm all for people like being into their thing. I don't even have the time to be like if I wanted to go to one of these political things. Who the hell? These people don't have children. They can't. It can't be possible.
Actually, I did see some kids on the side of the road.
Really?
Hmm.
See, that's terrible. I don't think you should be bringing kids to these things. That's not a place for kids. People get angry and yell and scream.
Comic-Con, yes.
Comic Con's one
This,
thing.
no.
Yeah. Although I shouldn't really talk. My father brought me to a couple of his strikes, a couple of his work strikes. So I got to learn a lot
Oh
of
my
things.
God.
A lot of things way earlier than I should have learned. What are you gonna do? All right, Jay Sabs, we'll leave it there. Here's the thing: after the election comes, your kids are still gonna give you a hard time about taking a nap, and that's not gonna change.
Um,
That's not gonna matter. You're pretty fired up pre-show about that.
oh, yeah,
Yeah,
I am.
yeah. Maybe that's what. How excited would you be? Let's just say whoever you're voting for. What if their opponent was like, as soon as I'm president, I'm gonna release this new thing that's gonna have babies napping like that. Would
Oh, I'd jump on it.
you switch your vote right away?
It's like a vaccine. I'll try it. I don't care.
Whatever it takes to end this nightmare that we're in right now. Oh my god. Yeah, this whole
Nice.
thing. Now they're talking about spring, maybe. Maybe spring will have something. We're never going to be able to go to a movie ever again
Or a concert.
or a concert.
Come on.
Missing those concerts, man. At least we have the podcast. All right, don't forget to support the show. Go to the store and pick up some merch. You can get the links at anthonyonair.com. Our store's right there. Appreciate anything that you guys buy. And if you do buy something, take a little snapshot of it. Send it to us. Let us know how it came out. Yeah, a little selfie action there. Next to a MAGA hat for all it's fine. I don't care. It goes great. Goes wonderful with MAGA hats or riding with Biden stickers. Either way, the shirts work. The shirts go great. Tomorrow could be the document dump, supposedly. Keep your fingers crossed. And then we'll see what the chef comes out with.
We'll see.
Do you want to know what Epstein was eating? I want to know.
Ugh. Yeah.
I'm curious to know everything about like what drugs he was taking, what he was eating. Like I gotta know.
Definitely drugs.
Yeah, I had. I think I told the story already. I had the executive chef, the White House executive chef during Clinton's years on my old radio show, and all I wanted to know was like what he would eat. Like what did he eat?
That's funny.
I forgot what he said. I think he said he had a simple palate, like he liked grilled cheese and shit like that. I don't know. I can't remember.
Boring.
Yeah, if I was the president of the United States, I'd be like, I'd love a truffle grilled cheese right now, please.
Right.
If I would make sure none of my meals were below $60 in cost, even the grilled cheese, especially the grilled cheese.
Definitely.
And be like, I got the president of France on. He's flying over some pretty exquisite cheese, like right now. Like we're gonna put this together.
Give me that cheese.
Need the cheese. All right, that's it
Give
for
me
us.
that cheese.
Excuse me.
No McDonald's.
Do you have Havarti? Do you have? Yeah, too much fat. He looks like he's eating a lot of fat. He looks like shit. Trump. Like
MAGA.
Yeah, his 8-year photo. Again, that's my favorite.
It's going to be horrific.
It's going to be really bad. It's going to be
8-year photo.
So bad. But I am looking forward to like a month or two after, whether it's this time around or next time. What is this, 2020? Whether it's this time or 2024, when he's not president anymore, like he's going to throw the sickest party. Yeah. He's going to be so happy. It'll be even better in 2024 because then he'll be leaving. Like nobody will have beaten him. There won't be like a loss to damper it. He'd be like, I just ran this shit for 8 years and we're going to throw the sickest party now just to celebrate.
I can't wait to go.
Yeah, like I don't have to deal with any of this garbage anymore. Like I don't have to deal with any of the press. The president of whatever calling me at 2 a.m. asking for stuff. He's going to be
China. No more China.
He's going to be so happy to get back to his normal life. All right. That's it. Thanks so much for watching. Appreciate you guys listening as well everywhere. AnthonyOnAir.com. Don't forget to check out the merch store. And we'll see you on the next episode.